The horseshoe crab is a bizarre creature with many strange features. They're very odd, having 10 light-sensitive bumps functioning as eyes on their massive shell. This shell covers most of their body, including their 10 spider-like legs. Perhaps one of their oddest features is their blue blood, which is of much use to us in the medical industry. Without their blood, a lot of medical products would be riddled with disease, and we wouldn't even know. They're practically lifesavers, but do their lives need saving? The horseshoe crab has been on Earth for over 450 million years, outliving the dinosaurs. However, because of humans, they might not live on for much longer. Scientists have predicted that 3 out of 4 horseshoe crab species might disappear in 7 years. Without their blood, what will happen to the medical industry if this creature goes extinct?
It's not just modern medicine that will be in trouble either. Many predators that prey on horseshoe crabs will be in danger as well. Weakfish, kingfish, certain species of seabirds, and many more animals feast on the crab and their eggs. Without the living fossil, many other animals will have lost a valuable food source. Not only that, some might become endangered. There are certain types of seabirds that rely on the horseshoe crab's eggs. Without them, those predators might become endangered too. We are doing colossal damage to the horseshoe crab's population. We harvest 600,000 horseshoe crabs each year for bait, food, and most of all, their blood. But 15 to 30% of the ones we bleed dies. We are trying to make a synthetic alternative for the blood, but we are still using these living fossils as a resource. Recent studies have proven that being bled is affecting the crabs after they are released back into the wild. After 30% of their blood taken away, a lot of crabs are left discombobulated, slow, weak, and some even die all within the first 3 weeks of being released. An estimated 50,000 horseshoe crabs die after being bled each year. To add to the population loss, their habitat is being destroyed. Female horseshoe crabs that are bled have trouble mating and spawning, and if they do lay eggs, many of them are eaten by predators before they are hatched. If the horseshoe crab dies off, we won't be able to use them as a resource anymore, and modern medicine will decline.
However, we wouldn't use them like this without a good reason. Until that synthetic alternative comes together, we need them to keep the medical industry in one piece. This blood has helped modern medicine tremendously for 50 years. In 1970, we discovered that we could use their blood to check for harmful bacteria in our medicine. So we have ever since. Something in this blue blood called coagulogen can immobilize harmful bacteria and viruses. We can use this coagulogen on medical products to make them sterile. This biomedical test is called the Limitless Amebicide Lysate test, or LAL. Without this test, we would be exposed to pyrogens that cause fever, induction of inflammatory response, shock, organ failure, or even death. This is why medical products claiming to be sterile are required by the FDA to use this test. Horseshoe crabs are very important in the medical industry, but this blood harvest is taking a toll on their survival. If we've been using them for this long, knowing their numbers are dropping, then why haven't we developed an alternative to the blood? Actually, we have, but there are a lot of issues with it. This alternative started with the gene that gave the blue blood its unique ability, called Factor C. Factor C was studied for many years until it was a successful alternative. When Factor C was launched in 2003, pharmaceutical companies showed little interest. This was because there are only one supplier of this alternative, which was very unreliable. With this only alternative, companies have no other option but to continue using the slowly declining horseshoe crab's blood.
The longer we use this animal's blood, the more likely the ancient horseshoe crab is to perish, which could lead to a striking disaster for the medical industry. It is a triumph that we discovered how to use their blood to immobilize harmful pyrogens simply through physical contact. However, it is a tragedy that we took advantage of this, harvesting hundreds of thousands of crabs every year to bleed them. Though a synthetic alternative to LAL has already been released, horseshoe crab bleeding companies refuse to buy it because of reliability issues. If we don't change our ways within the next 7 years, the living fossil will perish, all because of us.